Hey YouTube, you're here for another episode of Carpet Cleaning Guys Vlogs. And as you can see in today's video, I'll be cleaning up a restaurant. The particular restaurant is one of my favorites, Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh yeah, great sports bar and great little pub. And then the food, obviously, most people know what Buffalo Wild Wings is, but fantastic. It's early. I've already drove the van up and unloaded all my equipment by the door. Got it in the foyer area. It is raining, so I went and parked my van out here in the parking lot. Not too many people out here other than the local security guard. And of course the manager, she's meeting me 6:30 a.m. at the front door so that I can get in and get started. They do open at 11 a.m. today. And that is the beauty, excuse me, that is the beauty of VLM, very low moisture, is even though I'll be probably using a lot of product because the carpets are usually pretty heavily soiled here, I do this, usually do it once a year, but with COVID, the last time I did it was March of 2019. I have my lovely wife helping me again today. And I've got everything inside that I need. I will share with you the products that I am using. I am going to do a quick walkthrough. It's difficult to see the soil. I don't know what happens with the iPhone. The lighting tries to adjust on its own. I haven't figured out how that works. But from the naked eye, you could see it's got these white, heavy coated areas of grease. And the last time we were here 2 years ago, there was a lot of grease, excuse me, grease as well. I am doing these little entries. These are 4 carpet squares laid down, but they are really thick with grease. So I told him I'm not going to soak them down and scrape them clean and then bring in my steam cleaner. It would be too much work. These are 7 years old. I've been doing these for a long time. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. Can you see that? That is a layer of grease, and there's spots all throughout. And it takes a lot of work to get these carpets back into presentable shape. But anyway, like I was saying, I recommended they just replace those 4 squares, even though I'm going to clean them with the Auric. Look at this. That's not pre-spray, that's grease. It looks like there's no fiber there. Remember this, because when I do the end walkthrough when I'm done, oh my gosh, we will have obliterated all that soil. You're gonna love those dirty pads. If you like dirty pads revealed, oh, this is the video for you. So I am going to use Green Dragon, and I'm gonna mix that at 2 ounces per gallon. I did end up going out to the truck and getting some Dragon Fire and adding some Dragon Fire to boost it because these were really dirty. These are planetary pads. They're called Neptune pads. They're the aqua blue ones, 15-inch for my swirly machine. And I did end up using this whole case, but they do have the hog's hair put throughout it. You can see those black hairs. That really helps with the scrubbing. So like I said, I'll use this whole box and I will flip them both sides. And it's probably not going to be worth rinsing these out because you'll see it. Like I said, it's hard to see the soil, but wait till you see the pads. Oh my gosh. So I'll show you the swirly in action. I am using also the shower feed. So I do have the regular pre-spray and the shower feed today at some areas where I really need it because this carpet tends to absorb the solution and dry pretty quick, and I did want to spray each section of the restaurant and do it all at once. I got to get down the back side of the tables. I'll be shifting the tables out to the center, cleaning the other side as well as getting under the table, and then my wife will post vacuum as this side will be dry by the time I'm done with the other side, and then we'll post vacuum. And I have a microfiber flat mop that I'll go through. I bought in some, basically it's kind of like a squeaky clean. I can't remember what it's called, but it could be like a Fabuloso or something. I can't remember what my wife got, but I'll put that in a spray bottle and I'll just spray down the floors. It's a neutral pH cleaner, and just mop up the floor areas that we walked on. So, and then vacuum anything that may be flipped up while we're doing this, which shouldn't be much. It was pre-vacuumed by them. They do it every night. And you can see that pad is just going to town. We actually had to come back, like I said, and add the Dragonfire, boost it. I went 2 ounces per gallon in that as well. So actually what we had was 2 ounces of Green Dragon and 2 ounces of Dragonfire. That gives you the oxy or the peroxide base. And I have told people, they've asked me, Dragonfire is a great product, but you do have to make sure you have hot enough water and that you leave room in your solution tank or your jug so that you can mix it really well, because you'll see if you don't give it time to dissolve and wait, maybe, I think we waited 10 minutes, mixed it up in really hot water, waited, shook it again, shook it a couple times. It's the sodium percarbonate, which is the basically powdered form of peroxide. And man, I would say it's probably it's probably like 40 volume, so it's probably a 12% peroxide. It works great. And on food grade items like spilt coffee, tea, soda, any organic matter, it's going to help break down that soil. And it has a higher pH cleaner in there, which is going to help pull some of that grease out. Look at this pad. That's just with the Green Dragon. Holy Toledo, folks. I'm going to flip this bad boy over, go over it again, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to go over it again with the Dragonfire mixture in there, and then I'm going to use, look at this, I'm going to use the Iron Man. That's both sides. And then we ended up going over it. It's pretty quick when you're using a rotary. You're just swing action. So I can go over it multiple times. And you can see that grease mark by my wife's feet up there. But look at this soil. Oh my gosh. This will trash your pads. So make sure you charge enough money. Like I said, I used a whole box of the Neptune pads. Yeah, you could probably rinse them out. But that's the first rundown, looking pretty good. I'll come back through with some more Neptune pads. I did end up using I used the Iron Man. So the Neptune pad, the Iron Man. Then I ended up coming back through with a microfiber scrubbing strip Glad pad. I think they're called, or no, Galaxy Mop pad, I'm sorry. All this stuff's available on Encapstore.com. There's always a link in the description below if you're interested in utilizing the same products and pads as me. Look at that. Oh my heavens to Murgatroyds. That is some serious soil. And if you like dirty pads, then the big reveal, holy smokes. You would have never known it was that dirty just looking from the human eye. Or, I'm sorry, through the camera. But, oh yeah, definitely, it was filthy. I do these every year, although the last time we did this one, COVID hit, so I did it March of 2019. I think there's a video. And then now, so it's been 2 years. They were shut down a little while with COVID. But look at this soil. Try and zoom in there and show you where it broke down. If you remember on the walkthrough, this was where it looked like there was complete no fiber. I'm gonna go back through and obviously clean the tile, but you could see the basic mud right at the transition bar. There you go, more pads. Like I said, I used the scrubbing strip microfiber. Man, the microfiber just tended to really rip, snort, and roar. and pull that out. So now here we are going over it with just a neutral pH cleaner, any area that we may have walked on, so that the place is ready for opening at 11. You could see everything came out beautiful. It does probably need a good hour to fully dry. We started here 6:30, got done by about 10:15. I'll walk over, show you. Here's the Auric orbiter. I am going to be spraying those squares, but look at this. There was one troublesome area, but this, if you remember on the walkthrough, you could still kind of see some of those areas where that I didn't want to overdo it and put too much solution and end up having problems with the fibers. But man, it just really came out beautiful. Look at this. Remember this? And that, oh, it's all gone. It's been sucked up into the pad. Where does the dirt go? Into the pad. And trust me, I've done this for about 7 years. The first, the first 5 times we steam cleaned it with actually a portable steam cleaner. And I don't ever remember getting this much soil out, even with the steam cleaner. It's hard with, the hot water breaks down some of the grease, but it was harder with, grease fights water, but boy, it sure doesn't fight these pads. It just wants to fully release. That's for the Auric. Look at all these pads. Oh my gosh, I had to use the Auric for those little 4x4 entries in and out of the kitchen. Fabulous work, Pauly. Oh yeah, now it's time to put the equipment away and get served up a large order of boneless wings. Oh yeah, submit that invoice and head on out. There's all the stuff ready to be packed in the van. Oh yeah. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Carpet Cleaning Guys Vlogs. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.